Go.
Hi guys, this is Mrs. T. Simone. Now I'm going to show you how to paint your Play-Doh project. Remember, please dry your clay in the oven from between 180 degrees to 200 degrees for 1 to 2 hours. I find that this is the best for your Play-Doh projects to be nice and hard so that you can paint them and they'll last a little bit longer. I have a couple different kinds of paints here. I am going to use the food coloring. I'm going to use craft paint that I got at the craft store. You can get this on the internet, and maybe mom has some lying around. I have a couple different colors. I also have some fancy schmancy stuff that I do use for artwork. Then I have watercolors that you can get at the Walgreens type stores, and this is only 8 colors. We use this stuff at school. So I'm going to take this one where I dropped the food coloring in here, baked it into the oven, and I'm going to paint the back. What I want you to realize is where the aluminum foil hit your project on the back, it's going to be a little bumpy. There's really nothing you can do about that with the Play-Doh. If it was regular clay, then you might be able to get rid of that, but with the Play-Doh, you can't. So what I'm going to do is take my pencil, and I am going to draw something on here. So if I put a line right down here, you can see my line, and I put another line right here. So I could have this one color, this one color, this one color, and this one color. Real easy to add on to that. So right now I am going to use this, the acrylic. And what I like to use for a palette is just clear plastic throwaway plates. I use it for my artwork too. Now I am going to get this stuff out easily without squirting it. I'm going to actually use a knife from the kitchen. So I put it in, and this is a little dry. Put that right there. You can see it's this consistency, a little rubbery. Pull some more out. Put this right there. Then really make sure that you clean your knife. So I'm going to clean this with my used paper towels. Then I'm going to get some water. My water's over here. Pull some color over here. Put some more water in it. Then I'm going to add just a little bit of the pink, so I get a lighter version of what I have. Add water with this. The acrylics will make your brush stiff if you don't remember to clean them really, really well at the end. So right now I've created 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. So I take this, put the brush in here, and this can be as thin or as thick as you want. Right now this is sort of in the middle. I'm going to take this brush, come along the side, and paint. I'm going to make this a little thicker right in here. Come on top of this, yes. I'm going to go over this. And I am using the side of my brush to get a nice line on the line that I drew. So I'm going to fill this area in. Now this area had the oil on it. The front did not. So the front of the projects that I have done for this demo have all had the oil on the front. Okay. Then I'm going to take this purple, a little bit of water in it because it's an acrylic, and I'm going to stay away from that. Don't paint next to a color that's dry, that's wet. Make sure it's dry. You guys have heard me say that quite a bit. So I'm painting over here. fill it into any blemishes you have in the clay. And the blemish to me are the parts that are not smooth. This one's got a pearlized look to it. It almost looks like jewelry. This purple pink. Okay. So you can see this one, that's pretty cool. Now, what I'm going to experiment on where the oil was, to see if the watercolor will stick to it. So I'm going to take some yellow and put some watercolor here. And the watercolor sticks to it nicely. It's not going to be as thick looking because it is watercolor. And what I did with the watercolors before we started filming was I put water on them, so they're already nice and gooey. And then I'm going to try some food coloring. Let's use this color. And I'm not going to put any water in my little dab of food coloring. I'm going to just brush it on. Ooh, nice color. Make sure it goes into the cracks. The food coloring is just like the watercolors, except it's going to be denser. And put some more in, more potent. Now, if I add some water to the food coloring, depending on how much I add, it will be watercolor-like. You can see that this is actually lighter than what I have over here. All right, so this is pretty nice. My line's not real good there, but you get the idea. I was sloppy there. So this is the back, that's the front. Now what I always do to these things, which I think is very cool, get some crystal clear enamel that you can get at the hardware store. Have your parent do this if you're under 6th grade rather than do this yourself. This one's almost done. Go outside, take this in your hand, and I'm not going to do it in here because it's stinky. Let it dry. Put another coat on it after it's dry until it is as shiny as you want. This, you can see how shiny it is on the inside of the bowl. That does have this spray enamel. I did that 2 nights ago. And then my bacon bowl, you can see that it's shiny on the inside and the outside. I sprayed the gloss. Make sure you get gloss and not matte. Okay, let's try my girl. All right. I'm going to give her some pink blue lips. Now this is directly without any oil on the clay dough. Nice color. Can't say I'd wear it, but I've seen people that wear it this color. Ooh, beautiful. Oop, I went outside her lips. Let's get a smaller brush. I brought some brushes here. Get a smaller brush, and I'm going to still use these colors, the acrylic. I'm going to go up here. Nice eyeshadow. Can't say that I'd wear that since I have brown eyes this really wouldn't be my color. Maybe you blue-eyed people could get away with it. Now, if you notice when I'm mixing that I keep adding a little bit of water to the acrylic. And let's try some, I like green eyes, watercolor in here. So I'm going to put green right in there. It's pale. You can see how pale it is. Very pale. Then I'm going to leave this the color of the clay. And then I'm going to give her, what color hair should we give her? Let's give her some, oh, she already has green there. Let's give her some red hair. So, oh, I'm going to mix this. I'm going to mix this blue and this red and see what color I get of the food coloring. And get my little brush, mix it together. Ooh, I'm going to brush this on here. Well, the blue seemed to have won out more than the red. So what I'm doing with her is, she's got this dark midnight blue hair. Or she went to the beauty salon and had this sprayed into her hair. This will come down here. And then I'm going to be really silly. I am going to clean my brush. Since the food coloring is pretty good, I'm going to get the red, stick it right here. Make sure I don't have much water on my brush. And I'm going to give her bloodshot eyes. She was up all night long playing video games. Or the fairies took her dancing and she's exhausted from dancing with the fairies in the fairy hill all night long. So paint her the rest the way you want. Remember, there's acrylic, there's watercolor, and then there's food coloring. If you have any other thing at home that you'd like to use, please use that. Then don't forget, I live by Ace Hardware. You can get this at Ace Hardware, and then I would spray her with the crystal clear enamel, and it says not glossy. That's what you want, glossy, right here. That's what you want, glossy. When this is dry, you take it outside and then you spray this in the grass or on newspaper in the grass or on your deck with newspaper underneath, and keep it outside for a while because it's stinky. Okay, that's Mrs. DeSimone. Look at all this cool stuff I've got to paint. That's pretty cool. I'm going to keep painting while you guys decide what you're going to do with yours. All right, see